Welcome to the Scene Snobs podcast.
What's going on, everybody?
Hello, everyone.
How are you all this evening? We are the Scene Snobs. I am Mick Manhattan, of course, and I am joined always by my esteemed colleague, Mr. Kasem S. Plot Esquire.
Woo! I'd like to thank you, brother, for welcoming to another fantastic Tuesday night where we're here to shake it up and to bring life's craziness right into your face. Oh, yeah.
You're goddamn right. Embrace the
Woo.
absurdity, everybody. That's what it's all about.
Hi, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. How are you
Good,
doing?
man. I'm doing great. You know, it's been a busy week. A lot going on. There's been a lot in the news. And I think we've got some stuff to discuss because I mean it was nuts. Like this whole
yeah.
So we have something going on close to us with this Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial happening in Fairfax, Virginia, and it's pretty outrageous.
You know, I've been watching it.
Yeah, you have. You've been updating me. Actually, I'm getting most of my updates through you, Reddit.
My editor has me watching it because he knows it's in Fairfax, Virginia, and I'm here in the area. And I looked into it to show press credentials, stuff like that. Well, basically, all they're doing for the press is you get to watch a certain video where nothing is taken out. And I'm like, it's just all day long. It's just a video monitor from the courtroom. And I was like, well, I'll just watch court TV. Why go through the whole process, dog and pony show of having to go down there, having to put my credentials in, everything else? I was like, I will just watch court TV. I don't need to know that much. But let me tell you, I know everything because I'm watching this whole thing, and they're not, even court TV is like, we're not letting anything get past us.
They shouldn't.
It's so, her lawyers are so bad. Are so bad. Let me tell you one thing that was hysterical. Her lawyer asked a question and objected to it.
Yeah, while the witness was testifying and actually saying the words that, oh, well, I was having a conversation with, and then explained from there. And the lawyer himself who had asked the question went, hearsay. Yeah, and the judge had to go, you asked the question.
Yeah. Not only did he say hearsay, he goes, objection, hearsay.
Yeah.
And she's like, you asked the question.
Because it's just become like a knee-jerk reaction from him.
And there's nothing better in this world than Johnny Depp on stand for 3 days.
Yeah.
Just showing everyone their ass. Like, hardcore. Now, this guy has been through a lot. We can say that. Don't mind my boxes.
Yes, yeah.
Those are prizes that are getting mailed out.
Yes.
But there's Johnny Depp was sitting on that stand all for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just unfazed.
Yeah.
He just, like, you can tell, like, he's trying to answer questions. His whole life is being shown. And, at the end of it, it's like everybody still loves him. Nobody can stand Amber Heard. And everybody's kind of getting the feel for, like, you're a monster.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just ridiculous either way you look at it. It's unfortunate it had to come to that. It's terrible that it turned into this. But it's also someone fighting for their name and for their rights to be restored, essentially, civilly, in a way. Yeah. To be shown that, hey, guys, I'm not this monster that, these headlines and these tabloids and these outlets have all made him out to be.
Yeah, she is. That's where she
is.
Man.
It definitely goes to show that, like, men get abused too.
Yeah.
People want to look away from that as an actual fact, as a thing that happens because we're supposed to be a certain way, and socially we're expected to be a certain way. Yeah. So it becomes, people think it's too outrageous for someone as famous as Johnny Depp to possibly not be the monster.
All right, Casey, it's time to shut your mouth now.
Sorry.
No, you're 100% right, my friend. And again, like there's a victim that is on the stand having to deal with a lot of stuff. And my wife put it really well because she's like, this is how victims act.
Yeah.
This is how victims go through things. The problem is nobody gives the victim the benefit of the doubt, especially when it's a woman, but also with a man. You know, very much so with a man. Like, and I'm not quoting her directly, so nobody be like, "Well, I can't believe she said it that way." Like, no, my brain heard it that way,
Right.
and that's as far as we go. But yeah, I am very excited to keep going with this. See what happens. They had Amber Heard's court-appointed therapist or psychologist on there today, and I thought she handled it like a champ. She's just kind of like, what? Like the cross-examination, everything is like, what? All right, whatever. You know, I'll just answer your questions. But maybe we'll get Paul Bettany up there.
I mean, wait a minute. Are we talking about cameos in her Depp trial? Because
Vision just shows up. That's the next place we see Vision is at the Johnny Depp trial.
That's what we're gonna have, yeah. And then some other random cameo. Who else? Like maybe Army Hammer.
Oh maybe. My God, no, keep him away. Keep him out of there.
Jason Momoa shows up.
Army Hammer and Amber Heard can have each other.
There you go. Perfect for each other.
One of my favorite moments was when Amber Heard's lawyer asked Johnny Depp this question, and now this one I do remember, and he just goes, "Now Paul Bettany is a friend you like to do drugs with, right?" And Johnny Depp's reaction was just like, "That's a weird question. Like, how do you answer that?"
Yeah, definitely. He's the guy that we just hang out and do blow with all the time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's going to be weird though. We might get a Paul Bettany.
We might get a Paul Bettany.
We need a random Willem Dafoe, bro.
I don't know that he's going to be in it, buddy. Like, I know he's doing a lot of things this past year or so.
I'm pretty sure we could work him in.
It would be great if all of a sudden, like, the judge rips her mask off and it's Willem Dafoe.
Was Willem Dafoe the whole time.
The whole Hollywood production.
The greatest actor.
Johnny Depp wasn't in on it. This was all for him to be like, this is your greatest performance of all time.
They'll never know, and they'll never forget.
Booker's not coming back, AJ. I tried.
Richard Grieco.
Before we get to the next news, because we have some other bonkers news that's going on, let's say hey to everybody. AJ's here. Thank you for joining us.
What's up, AJ? Hi, Radar.
Paul's here. The Snobs family. Yes, you too can join the Snobs Nation. 1 month till Carolina Fear Fest. We are very excited about that.
Super stoked.
We start our ongoing series tonight of dissecting horror franchises,
which is going to be a lot of fun because we're going to try to tear apart things that you might not be so familiar with. Maybe interest you in something, maybe completely turn you off from it. So either way, we'll tie in with all the guests who will be appearing at the Carolina Fear Fest.
I know it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait for CFF either. Carolina Fear Fest can be a lot of fun, guys. If you don't have your tickets already, go buy them. You can go to thescenesnobs.com, which is linked below, and we do have a link straight to it. They have some great guests. It's amazing. It's going to be a great time.
Their vendors are fantastic, and it's just going to be a blast. So we hope you can join us. If not, you'll see us here in the onlinosphere.
Yeah, that's legit. Team Depp all the way. We all are. He's in our hearts. He already said that no matter the outcome, nothing will change the way he's being ousted by Hollywood.
Unfortunately, true. AJ is correct.
It is. It's just sad. Hey, Corinne. Thank you for joining us. Richard Grieco. Emilio. Richard Grieco, the 21 Jump Street. The king. I love that movie. We were talking about that not too long ago. But tonight, we're going to be talking horror. We're going to talk biopics, things like that. But beforehand, did you hear the news, Casey, that a certain billionaire has finally acquired the Twitter?
Well, there's only one billionaire crazy enough that I can think of who would
crazy
want
enough
that.
Or just has enough money enough?
Yeah, it has enough gusto who's willing to spend the money on it, because I don't think Branson cares enough. He doesn't give a shit. He's off doing cool shit.
Branson had one more thing he wanted to do, and that was space, and he's got it.
And he's set. He's done. Mark Cuban, although probably would push it, I don't think would actually do it. I don't think he would pull the trigger on Twitter. He tried to make his own.
He got his basketball team. He's good. He's Shark Tank. He's
fine. He's got plenty of stuff going on. Well, I guess that only leaves Bill Gates, who's definitely not, because he's got other things going on.
That man gave away his fortune.
Yeah. And Jeff Bezos is. I would think Jeff Bezos would buy it just to turn it into something that he could destroy people's souls with.
Well, it's actually kind of funny you mention that.
Yeah.
Because the richest man in the world actually did buy it to probably take our souls. And
Valid.
I'm at a point in my life where I don't have hope anymore, Casey.
Hope for what, buddy?
Anything. It's
Oh,
gone.
you have to change that. You have to just make your hope much smaller now. You can't think about the world.
I'm not pessimist about it. I just have no hope in humanity anymore. I think we've run our course. I think we're done. I think it's okay. I don't let the world burn. Let us just go. It is what it is. We don't belong here anymore. Bring on the next species. Because the fact that so many and I'm only going by friends. I'm only saying friends of mine who are suffering from diseases right now and have to decide if they should go to work or get treatments, but they can't get the treatments if they don't go to work. And some billionaire douchebag is buying Twitter for $44 billion, which is chump change to him. Chump change. He spent $44 billion on Twitter because he wants to let his best buddy back in, out of the blue. And
as opposed to spending that $44 billion to change society as a whole, which you can do. I don't want to hear about $1 billion. I don't
want to hear about Tesla because guess what? If Tesla and its carbon footprint friendly bullshit was fine, you wouldn't be selling them at $150,000 a pop. I don't care anymore. I really damn Thanos. I do not care. This world is doomed. Everyone who runs it is rich. They can have whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. They get to go anywhere they want, have anything they want. And so many people are just suffering and dying. I'm just gonna cruise. I'm on cruise control. I turned 40 and I'm like cruise control all the way.
My friend, there is a passion that must remain. There's a fire that doesn't just burn externally like in California, but one that burns internally. And that hope, I mean, think about some of the first humans who watched their friends die eating berries and had to go, there's no chance. How are we supposed to survive if the plants want to kill us? They didn't know. They didn't know, man. But you know what you do? You keep powering on. You keep powering through because eventually that money's going to be gone. Eventually their power won't matter anymore, but we can still maintain. Humanity can still be around. We just have to try harder.
I'm on cruise control. I don't want to try anymore.
You have to believe. I mean, I'm trying to say the words, but it's hard. It's hard to say. It's tough, man. Look, when it comes to humanity, first of all, we used to light each other on fire because we thought we were witches. All right. I don't believe much when it comes to humanity. So let's just pump the brakes there. Okay. On the whole, humanity just kind of blows. We murder each other. We kill each other. We hurt each other all for our own personal gain because we're dicks. That's humankind. But humankind has also progressed. There are humans. There are members of this society in this world that have done great things and continue to push us forward and continue to show us great things and continue to build us and bring us together. And that little bit of community, that little bit of continuing forward, that is the hope that we have to spring for. And that is what we have to commit to, is just that little bit of hope that there's a couple people out there who aren't total fucking shitheads, who are cool and we can hang out with them and maybe progress our society a little better through our future that we hand down the line.
Yeah, you know what? The Batman's getting a sequel, and I'm kind of cool with that.
See?
That's where I'm at. That's where my cruise control is going. I love your impassioned speech. Save it for Charlie Rose when he comes back on TV, because he will inevitably bring us on and to ask us to clean up his shit toilet after. So
I mean, I would really think we should have that show at this point.
We should. We absolutely should. But we're not going to. You know why? Because Venom is getting a third movie and Ghostbusters Afterlife's getting a sequel. What does that have to do with anything? Nothing. But it's true. And that's basically where my cruise control is at right now.
I mean, that's fair. Venom is definitely getting a third movie, which I am pretty stoked about.
Yep.
with
That's
Tom
it.
Hardy, who's he's fine.
That's the only thing that I'm cool with now. I don't even care about anything. I mean, I care about my people, my circles.
Yeah.
But as far as life goes, life is the road right now. That's what we've become. Life for me is like, oh man, I can't go outside. There's just too much shit. There's too much shit going on. 2020, 2021, 2022 has just been, thank God for the movies, because everything else, and 2020, that wasn't even a thing. So,
See, what I hope it's done is worn down enough Gen Xers and millennials to allow the Gen Zers or whoever they are to come through and just blow right past us. Create some awesome stuff that's going to make all our lives better so we can live longer and be jerks for longer, make our world last longer, so we can maintain just, lighting people on fire for being witches. I say just keep, let's status quo, baby. Just do it in, like, I don't know, giant cities, mega cities.
Oh my, no,
bro, domed cities. We're fine. We can have domed cities. We'll live forever, like Judge Dredd.
That stuff happens in red states, buddy. Back alleys of red, the backwoods of red states. That's where that happens. I will say this. I would like to formally put out an offer, not for Twitter because I cannot afford that much, but I will spend $44 on CNN Plus.
Nice.
Which, if you accept my offer of the $44 and a Scene Snobs t-shirt, we will take that platform and turn it into Snobs Nation.
Nice.
That's what it will be.
I'm in.
Did you hear about that?
No.
CNN Plus was their streaming service that they started at the end of March, the very end of March.
Okay.
It bombed so much in the past 2 weeks that it is officially going away as of April 31st.
What?
They have been talking about CNN Plus. They've been pushing and promoting this thing so heavily. They had all new shows. They had everything. They were offering everything. They produced so much content for this. And in 2 weeks, it was such a massive, massive bomb that it just imploded, and April 31st is gone.
Look, if Netflix just lost 200,000 subscribers because people were going, I have too many subscription services, I need to cut back on Netflix, who the fuck thinks it's a good idea in that marketing department to go, let's release now?
So it's, I mean, well, Netflix is screwing themselves.
Oh, no, they are. But at the same token, they were the gold standard for a long time. They were the streaming platform. And then they allowed everyone else to surpass them. They just got stagnant, and then they kept hiking rates with no real increase in what we got in quality or standards. And then now they're taking away all the cool things that made it a fringe fun thing that everyone owned Netflix. Now they might be defunct in another 10 years at this rate.
Now, okay, hear me out. I'm going to take this down a path.
Ooh, I like paths.
I think you'll appreciate this.
Are there elm trees?
There's might be, maybe in the future.
Sweet.
So Netflix is proof positive that human beings are more than machine. Here's why. Ready? Mm-hmm. It disproves Terminator. It disproves anything else.
Are they more than meets the eyes, would you say?
Listen, I'm telling you. Listen, listen to me. So Netflix, when they started their streaming service, and even they had an algorithm for when they had their DVD mailers, but their streaming service was all based on an algorithm of what creating things based on what people are watching.
Oh, yeah, the sci-fi thing. After the second year or first year, they started the algorithm and kicked it up, and the studio started doing all the sci-fi stuff. Yep.
Every movie, TV show, everything that they planned and put out, or even acquired, was stuff that the algorithm said people want to watch.
Yep.
And they spent all their money trying to look. Red Notice was literally put together because it said people want to see Ryan Reynolds with The Rock, and they want Gal Gadot, who is like the number one female movie actor out there. So they put this movie together. Everything they do is based on an algorithm. It's not Netflix executives sitting there like, it'd be great. Let's come up with creative ways of doing things. It is literally algorithms putting it together, and then they throw money at it.
Yeah.
Disney Plus, even Amazon to a point, like Amazon had an algorithm, they still kind of do, but Disney Plus, I would say, HBO Max, stuff like that, they're like, no, we're just going to put stuff out.
Yeah.
And they're putting out quality content that people like and they're staying with. And now Netflix is doomed. This is not the beginning. I mean, this is not the end. It's something. I'm on cruise control.
I think it's the death throes. I feel like this is the rattle and the shake and the hum. That now the disruptor is being disrupted.
Yeah.
You know, they came on the scene and changed the game, but the problem is they let everybody catch up to them, and they didn't do more creating. What they did was allowing I mean, I understand you use the algorithm, it works, but once you've binged everything, you're done. And if you don't like,
and Casey's gone. And I'm sorry, everybody. Technical difficulties. Are you still frozen? See, this is what happens when you're Casey.
I'm gone?
You talk about no, you're back now. You talk about the algorithms, and then the robots get mad, and he disappears. And then on our live show, I'm sitting here holding the bag, trying to fight these machines off all by myself.
I didn't realize I was gone at all. I apologize.
No, it's fine. You froze for a sec, but I had to cover for you. You're right. You're right. They trusted the algorithm. They kept going with it, and they just kept throwing money. The robots over at Netflix are now suffering because they trusted that algorithm wholly and the only thing. And everybody else was basically what I attribute Maverick going to be in the new Top Gun movie.
Awful.
No, you know what this is? You know what this is? I know what this is. This is Live Free or Die Hard.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
Netflix is Timothy Oliphant. It's just like you have to, and Justin Long and all them. It's like you have to trust. Technology because that's what we're going to do. This is how we're going to take over. And then good old Analog McLean steps in, and he just disrupts everything. I don't know. The Scene Snobs, Snobs Nation is Analog McLean. We're just disrupting everything.
We can do this. Let's just disrupt it all. Bring it back.
Because I don't charge $20 for, anything.
We don't. That's just not happening.
So screw them. Screw you, Netflix, for your bullshit. And I got to get out of it. After Stranger Things is done.
I'm done. I'm done. And in fact, I'm thinking about being done now anyway. Netflix just doesn't have anything for me. It's got a few things for my daughter, but I mean, what? It's a total of 4 hours a month that she's watching it. So
Disney Plus is like $7, and it's got way more stuff.
Yeah, substantial.
Because Disney is literally just like, we know what everybody wants, do it.
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah, and then Peacock isn't any good either. Sorry, want to read Radar's comment real quick?
No, I do want to go over Peacock, though, because it does suck, donkey dick. But Netflix will be the reason VPN stock blows through the roof. A lot of the streaming services here aren't in other countries. You have Netflix to watch stuff. There we have D+, Disney+, Peacock, and HBO.
And don't forget Discovery Plus and that whole run that they have of everything. I mean, Peacock is not great. Peacock is pretty minimal in what they have. It's not bad. It's just not great. I do the Paramount Plus through Amazon. So it's like a $3 add-on or something like that to my Amazon. So it's great. I love that. That channel is amazing. It's got everything I want. It's got Star Trek and Survivor. Bro.
That's fair. Paramount is pretty money, and I think people sleep on it. There's everything on there. Although Picard has been pissing me off.
Well, yeah, I'm now at the end, so I can finally start watching.
It's like one more episode, and then you'll have it. But all right, let's get off this bullshit.
Get off the Netflix crap train.
And Elon and all the rest of them.
No,
I don't even mind. Again, I don't even mind Elon Musk doing this because we're at a point. Society doesn't tell guys like him, like, come on, help people. They're just like, no, we're not going to tax you. You're rich. Go out and let's step on the neck of people.
Why do whatever you want. That? Be outrageous.
Stupid bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay on my cruise control and travel down the left lane.
You are so grumpy.
I am. I'm so mad now. So mad. I was so happy at the beginning of this. Now I'm mad.
Like, I don't understand why you're mad, man. I mean, it's just billionaires spending money like they got it, when the rest of us are struggling to, pay
I don't
bills
even
and
want
eat.
anything. I don't want, like, I'm not even asking to be a billionaire or anything. It's not me. I'm just like, I see so many friends suffering, and I'm like, why do they have to choose between going to work and treatment?
Yeah.
Like, this is some bullshit. Why do they have to sell their shit to get medicine? Like, and some fucking fancy jerk off from fucking wherever the fuck he is, Candyland, is fucking buying Twitter for $44 billion. Do you
This
really
fucking
need
licorice
this
prince
Do you
motherfucker
need
over
this
here.
shit?
What
Do you
the
need
fuck?
this shit? Do you need this shit? I'm so fucking tired of it. I'm so fucking tired of it. I'm so mad that he is canon MCU. I'm gonna rip up fucking money. I'm
Whoa.
so tired. It was real money. It was funny.
Okay, good. All right.
But I'm so pissed
You've
off.
got tape, right?
Oh my god. It's from my comic book shop. It is. I think it's literally called Funny Money too. Like they give
fair.
me.
All right.
Oh my god. And it just, I see people suffering, and I just want to. I don't even want to punch Elon. I don't hate him. I don't hate him. But seriously, you can't. Every billionaire in this world can't take $1 billion, $1 billion, which would not hurt him at all. $1 billion. This dude spent $44 billion on Twitter. He could have spent $100 million on a new platform.
Yeah.
And then just tried to build it from there. But no, he bought Twitter to prove a point. And but so many people are suffering. This is not what this show is. This is not what this show is. But I'm mad now. I'm so angry. We have so many rich people who refuse to help anyone. Literally, they only help people if there's a tax write-off to it, and they still don't even pay taxes. But we have so many rich people who don't help anyone. We don't have a single fucking superhero.
Not one.
Not one of them became a fucking superhero.
Okay. Now that's some fucking bullshit, because Branson had a real goddamn shot at it in the 70s. He could have fucking turned it around, and by the 80s had been almost damn near Batman.
I can't do it. And
Bill Gates could not have been, but maybe Bill Gates may have come up with something way cooler, like rocket boots. You know how much we've always wanted fucking rocket boots. Instead, we get Elon Musk, who's basically a supervillain. He's going to get he's going to collect the first fucking asteroid or meteoroid. He's going to make, I don't know, $100 gajillion because it's going to have so many precious metals it'll be worth more than the entire economy of the world. And yeah, that's it. He's going to be able. He's already got the fucking satellites up there. He's got all of our internet connection with Starlink. He's already got. The travel. He's got the travel lanes through SpaceX. He's already got contracts with the ISS. They're already working on their own space station plans. Like, it's fucking ridiculous, man. We literally have a space race of nothing but supervillains. That's what real world is.
We have nothing but a whole government filled with supervillains.
Oh, the government's filled with shills. It's just fucking shills that are just fucking fillers for whatever corporation is paying them. That's all it is.
And it's something like AJ's comment here that just like I'm boiling over.
Yeah.
It does suck. I sold everything but my sentimental valued items from my mom to pay for treatments and stuff. Nothing left. Nothing. Oh my god. I can't anymore. I can't. This is it sucks. It just sucks.
The unfortunate fucking world we live in, bro. And nobody gets to make the change anymore because we've all voted in the dum-dums who are all putting in laws that are making it harder for us to vote for intelligent people anymore. And we're taking away education. We're dumbing ourselves down.
We're not dumbing ourselves down.
Making it worse.
We're not dumbing ourselves down. We are allowing children to be dumbed down.
Yeah.
So we can hold them under their thumb. That is what the older generation is all about.
Yeah.
I I am 40 years old.
Mhm.
If God himself came down and said, listen, if you want to get rid of the problems, I'm going to have to eliminate everybody 40 and older. I would say do it so my kids may have a much better world to live in. Because
I'd be fine with it because I'm 39.
Yeah, well, you better make sure my kids are okay.
I got you, bro. Don't worry.
Because my sister will be here. There's not many more. No, but I honestly, like, I think about, I'm like, and I'm not saying I want good people to die.
No.
But there's so many bad. I'm like, I don't even know what to think anymore.
It's the lack of education. It's us all wanting so badly to fit in with a group of people that we find like-minded people and then agree with things that you wouldn't necessarily fucking agree with in your right mind. But there's an acceptance thing. And that's why we have these terrible. What's up?
This new format of news was a bad idea.
Well, I mean, I think.
Not your fault. My fault.
We definitely learned our lesson because everyone now is probably like, what the fuck is going on?
Like, why do you call it the Scene Snobs? Like,
yeah,
I promise we do get to things. We do
eventually.
But it just takes forever.
I think there's a lot of struggles. Unfortunately, there's a lot of problems with people not willing to be educated. A lot of people not willing to think more and to be forced outside of their comfort zone because they feel their comfort zone is fine. But sometimes, in order to keep the comfort zone, you make those sacrifices. And when you sacrifice intelligence for safety and security, you're not really doing right. And we're sacrificing medicine and intelligence and education for nothing, for fucking nothing. We're not fucking getting anything out of it. We're paying more in taxes. We're paying more across the fucking board. So why in the fuck are we all okay with it? Because we have running water and air conditioning, which isn't even great because in Flint, in the fucking United States of America, we don't even have clean fucking water for kids.
Cool. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know what to do. I'm out. We are all embracing the absurd. We really are.
Woo!
Let's get back to what we were supposed to talk about when it comes to horror. So with listening to earlier episodes, you love Shudder after a few years have gone by. Do you still have Shudder? I do. Shudder is still one of those streaming services. Listen, Shudder latched on hardcore to Joe Bob.
Yeah. And rightfully so.
That's not a complaint. I'm not arguing that or anything, but like it did become more about like, okay, this is the Joe Bob streaming service.
Yep.
But Shudder has some great movies on there.
Well, the documentaries are really what get me. I mean, you introduced many of those, and I've been blown away.
Oh yeah, those horror documentaries are great, and they're you can watch days and days of them because they're that long. Absolutely. I don't know what it is about. I don't know why horror documentaries are like 9 hours long, but they are.
Because the franchises are years long, you know what I mean? So, and the funny thing is some of those movies are 4 times longer than the damn movie. The documentaries go longer than the movies.
I know. Creepshow, baby. Creepshow is really good too.
Yeah. Creepshow is awesome.
Creepshow started on Shudder, and it was all about Shudder. And then AMC was like, "Well, I think we're gonna take that.
We're gonna come on back to the family.
You can have it, and then we'll premiere it, and then you can have it after that."
Yeah.
So it sucks, but still, Shudder though. Like if you're a horror fan, all right. So I say this about Shudder. They were so good before Joe Bob showed up. And people slept on them because they had like little movies that you really couldn't find too many places. They curated some good stuff. And then Joe Bob came in and completely changed the game, and it was in a good way, in a great way. Yeah. And they still are doing that because that gave them more means to go out and gather things and get what they need. But if you are a horror fan who maybe hasn't seen a lot of things, Shudder's for you because you can go to the international side. You can go to so many different places with it and find the thing you really like, and just kind of stick with that. So I do maintain that Shudder's a good one.
And I enjoyed Shudder a lot because I had the ability to finally get into stuff that you and I have discussed. More of the kind of offshoot things that I might have seen an actor from something and you brought up another movie and I was able to find it on Shudder, oddly. So it was really nice for the first couple months there to just play catch up on even Phantasm. movies I hadn't seen in freaking years, you know, and I loved them. Same with House. It's one of my all-time favorites. So it was great to be able to catch up on those.
Yeah, it really is, and it's there's some good ones. So Radar brings up a good point. The Tales from a Crick revival, that was an M. Night Shyamalan revival that was coming to TNT years ago, and I remember when it got canceled, they filmed it, and then for some reason TNT just canceled it and was like, no, we're not doing it anymore.
Was it the same year that he did Avatar, The Last Airbender, the live action?
No,
Because that would make sense.
This is on his upswing. Like, he had done Devil, he had done The Visit.
Oh yeah.
He had done that other one. Like, so he was more of on an upswing, and people were really into it. And then I guess they saw it, and then saw him have it. Full Moon Direct.
Is there a little girl with fucking glasses of water everywhere? Is that what happened?
I'm yawning now. That's how upset I am about fucking life. Full Moon Direct is where it's at. Listen, Full Moon Direct is great. Okay, so years ago,
are we sure Full Moon Direct is not like a porn site?
No. Well,
or is it just butts?
No, it's what's his name's? I can't think of his name at the moment, but Larry Charles. I can't think of his name. He did those fucking movies. Puppet Master movies, all that stuff. Dolls, Toyman versus Dolls, or Demon Toys, or whatever. Like, all of that stuff. He's basically Charles. I can't think of his fucking name. It drives me nuts. So he did all those movies, and then because he has like 40 years worth of movies, Ghoulies or some more.
Okay.
Stuff like that. He made his own streaming service, and it's pretty good. I don't have it anymore, but I got like 3 months free to try it because I went to a Puppet Master on the big screen event, and he introduced it, and everybody who went got like 3 months free or something like that. Charles Band, that's right. Yeah. Right. And then at least I remember Charles. But yeah, and it was pretty good. You got to see some old school cool stuff, and some new stuff, but it just ultimately, like, you have to be a fan of Charles Band's work. Like hardcore. Like, that's got to be your horror. And it is a campy, silly horror.
Did he do Troll?
I don't know if he did Troll. I don't think he did Troll.
Because I would get it for 1 month to watch Troll for a month.
I can just buy you Troll.
I mean, you could, but I wouldn't be supporting Charles Band at that point.
That's true. And I mean, that is a good thing.
Yeah.
And then, so that, and then AJ brings up Tubi. Tubi has some really good horror movies on it. Some gems that you don't see anymore. So, and Tubi's free.
Yeah,
so
which is great.
Have Tubi. So, like, I do have Tubi. I check it out. I just watched one of the movies we're talking about tonight. I just watched Sleepaway Camp 3 on there.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the house, the fact that I can't buy a cat. Nope, I'm not doing this.
No, it's totally true.
I can't go back.
It's House 2, bro. And it should be, because Caterpillar Dog is awesome.
I don't want to talk about the house, or it's going to make me cry.
You don't like House? Or House 2?
I think I'm thinking of the wrong house. I think I'm thinking of the House of Representatives.
No, we're talking about House. Because I brought up House, one of my favorite horror movies, not the terrible political crap, which actually would be a worse horror movie.
I just went on a 40-minute rant about the government and rich people, and then somebody says the House, and I automatically think of the House of Representatives.
Boom, back there.
I don't want to go back. I want to keep moving forward. I want to keep pushing. Oh man!
So then we should probably definitely get into some people that we don't want to see biopics of.
Well, no, we didn't even talk about Sleepaway Camp.
Oh, that is fair. Yeah, we still.
That's our main thing. That
it is our main topic that we have to talk about.
So everybody, real quick before you do, if you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button if you don't already. Tell your friends. If you're listening to this at a later date, remember to rate and review us, please, and go check out all the stuff that we have on thescenesnobs.com and more.
Make sure to give us those 5 stars and tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, please. I'm in a sad state, so please just give me nice words tonight.
You know what? Just be gentle. Whatever you think about tonight or wherever you happen to be today, this morning, wherever you are, just remember, life's hard sometimes. And hopefully we've been able to make you laugh once in a while. And tonight's one of those nights that maybe we could use a little love.
It was some rants, just straight up rants. So if you agree or you don't agree, just understand that next week will be absurd again.
Yeah, more absurd. This is more ranty.
Yeah, it's still absurd, but in a fun way.
Yeah.
So we do not sell this show properly.
No, not at all. Not tonight.
No way. I will say that we'll save the biopic talk for another time.
Okay, done.
We got to get into. So basically, guys, as you know, we are official representatives of Carolina Fear Fest, which happening at the end of May. We're super excited for it. We got a lot of stuff planned. We're going to be there again this year, killing it. We're going to be doing their live stream, podcasting, panels, celebrity interviews. We're hanging out with the vendors, going to the parties, talking to everybody, and more.
$20 game.
Oh my God, the $20 vendor game is great. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a great time. We met a lot of great people last year. Of course, Radar and Paul are two of them. And we
part of our Snobs fam, man. You can
and I love it
meet us and hang out and grow the family.
Oh yeah, and I love it because it's like, hey, let's all go out to dinner and shit like that. Like we actually became friends, and I like that.
We hung out with the /15 crew.
Yes, Dave and everybody. Like we just went to their premiere. Like we did. We all really bonded in such a great way. Matt Burns hit me up the other day. He has his movie premiere coming out. So that's one I do want to tell you guys. If you are in the Waynesboro, Pennsylvania area, make sure this Friday night at 7:30 p.m. Matt Burns, our good buddy, and he's been a supporter of the Scene Snobs since the beginning. His new movie, Brazen Impact, is going to be world premiering. If you can't be there, you're not in the area, make sure you go. We're going to be posting it on our social media, but check out Brazen Impact so that way you can buy the DVD and help support.
If you can, directed by Mark Byrne, also another great guy, friend of the show. Yeah. So we love his work, and we just love them as phenomenal people. So Matt and Mark, congratulations. Hope you can make it there Friday, Waynesboro.
Yes, absolutely. So guys, since we're doing Carolina Fear Fest and we were really getting into horror mode, we want to do an ongoing series for the next 5 weeks or so until we get there, and just dissect horror movies. Mm-hmm. We love the horror genre. We talk about it constantly. We're not a horror show, but we're not a horror show.
Oh, I mean, horror is absurd.
That's true. We talk about the real horrors of life. Yeah. See the first 20 minutes of this episode.
Or don't. That's fine too.
Depends on what type of horror you're going for. But we wanted to talk about it. And I had this idea, and I ran it by Casey. We both kind of dug it, where we're going to try and dissect some of the horror movie franchises that don't really get talked about a lot. Mm-hmm. And one of them, now, Sleepaway Camp is very famous.
Yes.
Sleepaway Camp is a movie starring Felissa Rose, who's also going to be at South Carolina. It's a weird tie-in.
Yes, we didn't plan that one. Super stoked.
I know. I cannot wait. That is a woman that we need to have on the show, and it's surprising she hasn't, because we've talked to the cast and crew of 10 of her different movies in the past year, and we become friends with them.
And still, is Dave Sheridan? Dave Sheridan was another one who we did get a chance to meet,
and he's going to be there. So there's going to be some fun ones. But I will say this: the Sleepaway Camp movies are the first one really is what's covered in controversy.
Yeah.
And of course, that's being a transgender character. Being treated as mentally unstable and a psychopathic killer, and
being forced to be a different sex. But that forcing, that mental destruction, the games just being screwed with. It's a pretty heavy duty movie. It really watching it when I was younger, I didn't really eat all of those things. I didn't digest all of it, and then a rewatch a couple years back, and I was mind boggled to be like, "Holy crap!"
I think, but not to cut you off, but I think because of how they filmed it, you have this entire movie, and that's not the only layer to it. There's a pedophile in it. There's many pedophiles in it,
dude. Yeah, there's many, and the fucking cooks. That was terrible. It almost makes you feel like it's the eyes of a boy having to realize what a woman goes through.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. What a little girl has to go through. It's fucking gross.
playing that throughout the entire time, and then at the end, completely turning it on its head. And I mean, I completely understand the controversy of this movie,
Yeah.
but it went to such a crazy place afterwards where it didn't focus on any of that, really. Like, I don't think it ever really came up again.
Yeah.
That was not the twist to it or anything. It was just Angela's the killer.
Angela's back.
Angela's back. And of course, in 2 and 3, it was Pamela Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen's little sister took over as Angela. And then in the very weird, unfinished Sleepaway Camp 4, The Survivor, it's Carrie Chambers takes over as Allison, who is the amnesic Angela.
Yeah.
And then
still an A name though, because you
still an A name. Well, she does realize she's Angela by the end, and then things go haywire again. And then, of course, it is Felissa Rose returns for a return to Sleepaway Camp, and she plays the sheriff in the movie. And it's sort of an up-to-date carbon copy of the first one.
Okay.
Just told a little bit differently, and the themes are a little bit different. So this is an odd franchise.
Yeah, this franchise just decided to do whatever it was going to do. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what keeps happening.
It's a ghost, man.
It is, man. Something's in the machine, bro. It's like Lawnmower Man. Jeff Fahey's up in this bitch.
Oh, my God. There's one we should dissect.
Ooh, I love those, man.
Although, if anything, Netflix proved that the Lawnmower Man has no power. Okay.
The shareholders can still drop it.
Those algorithms won't get us.
Won't see me in a bubble. Fuck you, Virtuosity, and your Russell Crowe bullshit. So,
oh my God,
right?
Jesus Christ, Russell
Crowe. I really liked this franchise because this franchise doesn't really seem to focus on anything. It's a camp and it's Angela. That's it. From there, it's go. It's fun. It's ridiculous. The first movie was, to me, by far the best because it really had the most impact or anything going on to it, any linear story to it. And then you get the third one. The second one I hated.
Yeah, see, the second one, again, I have the poster for the second one up there because that VHS box set that sat in the video stores got me every time because it's just a girl with a backpack and it has the chainsaw, Freddy's glove, a machete, and a hockey mask. And like, it's so odd. And like, I think they wind up even like killing a lot of people in that movie with those things.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely show you everything they're going to use. And it's just it's too out there, man. They were bouncing all over the place. And then you get into the third one. And the third one has some of the greatest kills I've ever seen on screen.
Third one's my favorite.
I love the third one.
It's
the third
so
one is
bonkers.
Fantastic because it's just Angela murdering everyone like full on Jason level, but in just outrageous ways that were way cooler than the first two.
Although, you know what it is?
The scalding one from the first one is still the most terrifying murder to me.
That was
the idea of
See, it's so funny because if you watch the first one, you don't know. Of course, they keep it from you that it is Angela until the very end. That's the reveal. And if you haven't seen this movie, that's up to you. I don't give a shit about spoilers. It's came out like 1983, so I don't want to hear it. So you have Angela. She is the killer, but like they did a really good job. And this is where it gets interesting. They did a really good job of like, okay, it's kind of like the Jason Voorhees POV effect, where somebody's watching and you don't know who's watching at any given time. And it doesn't totally make sense all the time because it's like, wasn't Angela over there? Like, what is she doing here now?
There was some where they had to jump, and then also like they even screwed up the aspect ratio of height, where I was like, did Angela grow a couple feet? Like, she seems taller in first-person vision now.
But then you get to the sequel, and I know you hate the second one, but I still got to talk about it.
Please. I mean, I get it.
Angela comes back, and she's now a camp counselor at the camp. And she is picking off the other counselors left and right, but in such a way that's like, she should have never been able to outsmart or beat any of these people, but she did.
Right.
and she's just like stuffing them in like this cabin. It's amazing. It's weird, but so here's the thing. Like in the second one, you don't have that POV thing. You know she's the killer throughout.
Yeah.
You're following her. But the third one, the third one starts with the girl getting naked within the first 5 seconds of the movie.
So first of all, I'm already in.
You're already in for that.
The moment you have boobs in the classic Joe Bob fashion, if you got boobs, I'm in. I'm watching.
My thing for this is like, so 5 seconds after that, she is murdered by a garbage truck. And it's amazing. I put
it on the scale of Maximum Overdrive, one of my personal all-time favorites. So I feel like since it was able to achieve that, it probably was one of the better movies ever. In only the first minute. In only the first minute, I am already excited.
And it tells you right off the bat when the bus takes off and she gets picked up, and the spray paint on the wall, it just says Angela is back. But the whole movie shows her kill people in great fashion, by the way.
Yes. Oh, wonderful deaths, man. Flagpole death is amazing.
Yep.
Love flagpole death
is amazing. All right. Here's what makes me laugh, though. In the second one, Pamela Springsteen takes over as Angela, like I said.
Yes.
She is the star of the movie. She is top billing. The third one, she comes back to play Angela again, gets second billing because they have Michael J. Pollard in it. And if you don't know who Michael J. Pollard is, look him up. You'll know exactly who he is. But he's in the movie. So she gets second billing in her own sequel. And it astonishes me that they do that to her. But the great part about it is she comes back, she murders everybody on camera, but then they'll do cutaways to just walking feet.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, do they really expect us to not know who this is?
Right. At this point, it's still Angela. It hasn't changed. We know she's back.
But I like the thing I like about the twist between the first, second, third one is by the third one. I don't know why they did it, but they did it. It's supposed to be a experimental thing where this camp is opening back up, trying to get itself running again after all the murders, and then you have Angela there playing a teenager who looks older than her, and everyone calls this woman haggard. They just straight up are like, "Oh, old, aren't you? What's going on with you?
Looking rough, huh?" It's like, what the shit? I'd kill your ass too. Fucking call me rough, walking into the morning.
She is murdering people in a way that is just like blatant. It's the only way to describe it. It's a blatant murder fest. And how she would ever get away with it, I don't know. But this movie is an hour and 20 minutes long, and she kills. There's like maybe
that's gotta
15
be like
or 16 people.
Yeah, I mean the head counselor guy when she comes strolling in with the freaking gun, and he's like, "I take it you're gonna kill me too." It's like, what are you even doing?
That was the cop who was the father
of
the last kid she killed in the second one. But my favorite part about that is she kills like 70% of the camp in the first like 30 minutes of the movie.
Oh yeah, lawnmowers.
My god, yeah,
that was great. What an awesome kill.
None of it made sense too.
I noticed how they kept throwing people in just to be introed and murdered. I loved that. I loved it. You know who else did that really good? Bloody Summer Camp grabbed that little portion and did a fantastic job.
Well, it made sense that like they split up the camps, and so she murdered her first camp. But it was always funny how she did it. She's just like, "Oh, they want me to be in this camp, and they want her to be in that other camp, so I got to walk her back." Murdered her. Comes back, is hanging out at the camp. All right. Oh, hey, what's going on here? Murder. Yeah, it's just like murder.
Hey, you guys want to go down, hang out in the canoes? Murder. Like, I mean, she's able to murder everyone every single night. Someone wakes up the next morning screaming because, murder.
And that's how I know you didn't watch the movie, because she just straight up murdered 3 people, like one after the other.
Yeah.
It made no sense because it was almost like, how did they not hear him scream they're 10 feet away.
Oh my God, the screaming thing that made no sense. That no, 100%. I was trying to figure that out. I'm like, how big is this fucking camp? Like, they make it seem like it's pretty fucking huge, right? Like,
I mean,
they don't,
yeah.
it doesn't look that huge every time I've seen it. And now the third movie at this point going, no, this is not that big a camp. There's no way you're not hearing that.
And then, but after the 30-minute, like just straight up 70% of the cast is murdered, they stop to do like a 20-minute montage of flashbacks to the second one. Not even the first one. They're not even touching down on the first one. It's just they go back to the second one, her singing the song and all that stuff. And it's like, what is happening? Is this Ghost Rider? What's going on here? Is this where they got the idea of Ghost Rider from?
They had to have been.
The only Nick Cage movie I really can't handle again. I don't know if I could ever watch it again.
I mean, I could, simply because he focuses on the Carpenters.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Hey, man, you give the Carpenters that kind of cameo, bro, I'm in.
Jason joined us and he asked,
Jason, what's up, brother?
Have you guys seen Return to Sleepaway Camp? Is it any good? It's hard to find. I have. It's like I said, it's like a carbon copy of the first one with different elements and different themes, and it's just not as great.
Yeah.
So, and I'm actually not, like I said, with the first one, like I've seen the first one too many times in my life. Mm-hmm. Like that, there's not many movies I'll say like I really didn't need to see this again, but I just happened to because I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I would just much rather watch the second or third one over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, rewatching the first one was more just because of the refresher, and I needed to see it. The third one is definitely more rewatchable. I love the third one. I will watch Return to Sleepaway Camp, though. I want to check it out. And Felissa Rose is in it. So if I happen upon her at Carolina Fear Fest, I don't want to be like, hey, I've seen one of your movies. Two of your movies. Three. I've seen 3 of her movies.
Well, there you go.
I love her, man. I love Felissa Rose. I think she's fantastic. I love her because of the Joe Bob interviews. I'm not even going to lie. She is a fantastic character of a human being.
The mangled cock expert.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always funny. All right. So to me, when it comes to Sleepaway Camp, I don't ever have to watch first one again. I've seen it enough times. It's one of those movies where I'm like, I think as a horror fan, and because there's controversy behind it, and because it was a staple for 80s horror slasher films, people should watch it. Mm-hmm. But I don't think the rewatchability is there.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
But I do think that with 2 and 3, there is.
Yeah, if you have not seen Sleepaway Camp, it is definitely worth watching, if nothing else, for the historic nostalgia of it and what it has meant to the horror community. 2 and 3 are definitely the rewatches, though, without a question. 3, for me, more. I put it up there with like Halloween 5 level rewatchability. I just keep going.
Fair enough. That's very fair. So overall, what would you rate the Sleepaway Camp films?
You know, the Sleepaway Camp films overall, not really the strongest technically. No. They do struggle with some of the writing, especially the second one. It's awful. I know you love it, but it's worse than most of those 80s era slashers that weren't great. You know what I'm saying? The second one was rough. So overall, though, because I did really enjoy the murders, the third one just gets so absurd that it's so much fun. I have to give it 3 out of 5 mangled cocks as a whole series.
All right. I'm not doing that. I'm not posting those pictures up here.
You're not going to put that up? Ding, ding, ding.
I'd give it a 3. I think you're being generous, but I'll give it a 3 too.
I think 3 scream faces, because the first one dealt with a lot of shit, and it did it very well, and it actually, by the end of it, made me think and go, wow.
And there is that wow moment. Like the first time you watch that movie, you get hit. You literally get hit in the face with it.
You can't miss it.
You literally, figuratively get hit in the face with it.
Yep. And then there's a green screen that blocks out to one of the most famous scream faces ever.
It's so weird. It's so like that haunted my dreams for a long time.
Yeah, I remember. I posted it when we worked together on your desk to fuck with you.
You did. Oh, that's right. You did. That was the worst. That was terrible. But
so we both agree 3 out of 5. I think it's as far as all the horror movie franchises, it's if you have seen horror movies and are a fan of horror movies, you have seen all of these.
Yeah.
This is not. No one rewrote anything. No one did anything special. But the first one had a really cool twist and some fantastic elements that you could get deep on and break down if you wanted to, or just be like, nah, watch the third one. Cool deaths.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, I am excited to kind of touch down on these. Like we said, guys, these are going to be like horror franchises that, I think we know, but we're going to kind of get into it a little bit. So, guys, I want you to know if you have any recommendations for horror franchises over the next month or so that you'd like to see us dissect, and we'll probably bring this back if it works out in the October month, because we do, of course, go straight horror on for Halloween.
Hard.
So it's a lot of fun. But if there's a horror movie franchise you'd like to see us dissect and talk about, please do. Don't give us your Friday the 13th or your Halloween bullshit.
Give us your hatchets.
Yeah, Hatchet would be a good one. That would be
I think we should do Hatchet, because Danielle Harris will be at the Carolina Fear Fest.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey.
Yeah, actually, that's a good one. I want to do Hatchet. Hatchet's going to be the next one.
Cool.
So get on that. Watch Hatchet. I will too, and we'll go from there. I like what AJ said about Critters.
Critters.
Stop with your Killjoy.
Killjoy.
You want Jason? If you want Killjoy, if that's what you want, then you need to watch the first half of this show. Don't show up late, because we killed the joy in the first half of this show.
Man, we destroyed Joy.
Not a franchise, but Killer Clowns. I would really like to get into Killer Clowns, because what the Chiodo brothers did with that movie was amazing.
I think we should come up with a bit where we actually psychologically break down crazy, scary movies we've seen a lot.
I like that.
Because I mentioned Killer Clowns we could get deep on. Yeah. Actually, we'll do that at Carolina Fear Fest. You can hear that live from Carolina Fear Fest.
Yes. So make sure. And the only way to keep up with us on all of Carolina Fear Fest and what we're doing, like when we do the 20-minute vendor, it's going to be live on TikTok this year. So that's how we're going to be doing it. So you have to follow us everywhere, because we're going to be doing different things on different social media. So make sure you go out and you follow us, check us out. Let's just get into it. Watch it with my daughter's boyfriend, 21. He was quiet, and then out of nowhere he says, "That dude is jacked. What's up with his shorts?" Look closer, buddy. Look closer. Phantasm. I'm not doing Phantasm.
So Phantasm was one that I brought this up to Mick, because Mick did this last year, I believe, or 2 years ago.
I kind of went heavy into it, and I may get into it again, maybe in October. I can't do it right now.
No. I think right now we need to stay with the lighthearted, absurd ones that we just don't touch down on. But if Phantasm is a good one, Ghoulies could be strong. One. That could be
Killer Tomatoes, another good one. Those are some good ones.
Another great one.
Guys, make sure you go to the Discord and put them down there. Put them down in the general. Let's talk about it over the next week or so, and we'll plot it out. So we want to hear what you guys have to say. If you're not a part of the Discord, head over to thescenesnobs.com and join the Discord now. We'd love to have you a part of it. If you guys are interested, we have a Patreon. We do monthly prize giveaways. I forget who was the winner last one. I think it was Jason.
I think so. Was it? No, didn't Jason win in February?
I don't know.
Or was that March? Oh, no. It was March, but it was the February graphic.
That's right. It said February on it. I'm an idiot.
No, it's just the only way I remembered this.
That's true. So we will be doing a giveaway this month. Actually, I will pick a winner, and I will send something out to you very soon. Because how we do it is, if you join our Patreon, we do a monthly prize giveaway. It used to be they're picked at random. That still goes. But it used to be I would just pick something out and send it. Now I do the picking first with the randomizer picker thing I have. And then whoever wins that month, I pick something out that's more in tune with your personality. I think it's just a little more fair, and it keeps people a little more interested in stuff.
Absolutely,
like that.
No, it works great. I'm sorry. The more you said pick, I just kept thinking of picking your nose. I don't know why. I just kept saying pick, and
so well, anyway, go pick our Patreon and join in if you want to be a part of it. And we're gonna go from there. Remember to go just check out everything. We do have merch too. We have a new logo coming out soon, so you're gonna see some new merch coming up.
Super stoked for that.
Yes, very stoked.
We'll have it fully unveiled, ready in time for Carolina Fear Fest. No, we wait.
Okay, we'll wait. Because we also have a very cool thing that we're going to be doing this summer. that we're not going to announce yet. We're going to announce that at Carolina Fear Fest as well.
Yep.
The Scene Snobs are going someplace, and you can be a part of it too. So,
oh snap! Aren't you stoked? I know I am.
So make sure you join the Snobs Nation now. Get in with us. Let's have a good time, and yeah, we'll go from there.
And we appreciate you all. Thank you so much for listening. You have been fantastic. Thank you for joining us, whether it be here live with us tonight or, at some point when you listen to the podcast. Hopefully we were able to make you laugh, probably cry in the first 30 minutes, but that's fine.
God, right?
Because we come back around.
I was crying in the first 30 minutes. I was ready to cry.
I love you guys. Appreciate y'all. Please be kind to yourself and be kind to each other.
I couldn't say it better myself, so I'm not gonna. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching and listening, everybody. I'm the Scene Snob, Mick Manhattan. You can check out the Scene Snobs podcast live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube channel or all podcast platforms afterwards. Also on our YouTube channel, you can check out great shows like Real Combat, the ultimate debate show for movie lovers, mixed movie picks with new recommendations every week, Geek Fest live every Sunday night, and new movie reviews and news all the time. Like and subscribe, then hit the notification bell so you know when all of our new episodes drop. Thank you so much to all of our amazing Patreon supporters, with whom this would not be possible. They help keep the lights on and support us in such big ways. If you would like to become a supporter on our Patreon and take advantage of all the perks like monthly giveaways, early access, and so much more, head on over to the Scene Snobs Patreon page and just sign up on one of our 2 tiers. Join our awesome community of geeks, movie lovers, and so much more, and join up on our Discord. The Scene Snobs Discord is now live, and you can head over to thescenesnobs.com for links to there and more. The Scene Snobs merch store is now open with original and fun designs that are available on all different types of merch and apparel. Check out thescenesnobsmerch.com. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to all of our social media accounts like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and so many more. We have fun updates, topics, we talk about collectibles, and so much more on there. It's a great time. You can find all of our links to everything on thescenesnobs.com or on our link tree, which are down in the descriptions below. Thanks again, everyone. Stay tuned and stay geeky.